is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26 and verse 22. It says, "A harlot shall be counted as spittle, but a married woman shall be the tower against death to her husband." I would like to begin by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash. Right, we want to give double honors to the apostles of great wisdom and well. It's a blessing to you, brothers, that push this word in sincerity and in truth. Right, and as the scripture says, when it says, "A harlot shall be counted as spittle." Right? And a lot of these women out there are harlots because they're going to diverse men. Right? As the song she have a peg. The woman she have a peg for
she have a peg fishy man.
She have a peg for one man and a peg fishy one a man. And that is the man you said these women have out here. Right? That is the man you said these women are out here. But the Lord went and put all the women who like to commit adultery to death. That's right. Right? The scripture, again, clear the scripture on how a woman's supposed to be. How a woman's supposed to be upright, right? She body's supposed to be covered properly, you know. She's supposed to be a teacher of the at the home, a keeper at the home, so like yeah.
Somebody get Titus 2 and
4.
This is the book of Isaiah 2 and I'll start it at 11. Matter of fact 12. It says, "For the day of Yahweh of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud."
That is proud, and the woman, we has always said that the woman, right, have that same mindset and that same aura as Esau. You know what I mean? She had that same vibration as she mentor. You know, she followed in her white man's footsteps.
It says, "For the day of your host shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low."
As you can see these women out there, they're driving a car. You know, their head high up in the air like you know, you can't touch you. You know,
the government or next outside man getting the money about the dust in the bank. You know, proud. You know, feel like, you know, you're going for no man. But let's say that 3-4 man outside it that you have in the pursuit. You know.
This is Isaiah 4 and 1. "And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach."
Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And right? And that is what we entering into just right now. You know, Apostle recorded a video. Something concerning the end of the end, or something like the sort. And we in that time, we actually in that time. All we're waiting on right now, patiently waiting on right now is the finally microchip. Right? For them to implement that fully, because it already known. It already known. Right? They're bringing in some monetary system in the country, right? To usher in the ultimate Friday microchip. The real thing. You know what I mean? So we're living in that time. And we're living in time Isaiah 4 and 1. We're not entering into that time, I mean. Pretty soon.
Yeah, for you women out there that, you know, that listen in silence, sisters that listen in silence, you know. And for you women out there that, when you stumble upon this video, you know, I know we are outing videos talking about this, you know. Hey, if you ain't take heed, hey, you know, wherever you get in that time, and hey, you know, you're not ready, take it. That's all right, you know. Let's take it. If you get ravished, you know, at that time, when you have time to play compass, you can carnival and naked, and Monday, Ash Wednesday, you're back, you know.
Some of these women are custom sewing things between the legs and scripture still what. I just see us scripture say what she shall open her mouth as a tasty traveler. Right? She legs is open to every quiver.
Can't pour fingers with that one that ditch.
Yeah. You know, never is a never ending ditch. And that's the thing, and you women don't understand that it is a shame, how a woman's virginity was actually, she prized possession, was actually listening to a guy who was breaking down marriage, a Christian, right? A Christian guy, and he was basically saying the same thing. The word hymen, I forget what he said, the word hymen actually goes back into, right? But that blood that basically cause the covenant that when they actually have sex. I'll have to look for it again, but hymen I think hymen actually goes back into festival or wedding or something. So it's always an excitement when they enter a woman. But with you women, they know what they do on that day, because why? It's everybody Tom, Dick, Harry Lal, and the blasted back and what? Keep all the legs closed. When they do so that it's all that stink, scent and odors down the body.
That's why they like to wear pants. So they're supposed to be wearing pants.
No pants alone,
Understand? And on top of that, jumping from man to man.
Yeah, still have that why there's a kind of scent down there, you know why? Because different sperm going up and all that. You know, they stink pussy and say.
Uncircumcised men who have pain up their whole cheese up inside or their nose.
You can get Ephesians 5 and 22.
Titus. Alright, this is Titus chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, the aged woman likewise, that they may be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given too much wine, teachers of good type, of good things.
And guess what? A woman who inside of the shoot supposed to be considered an age woman, but I 20, 21 whatever the case is, because these older women, scripture said, if thou hast gathered nothing in thy youth, matter of fact, if you get out from that same 25, 26 area, I think, but verse 3, 4, 25, somewhere across here. Verse 3,
it's 3. Yeah, 3 sorts of Surah chapter 5, 25, verse 3 says 3 sorts of men. Verse 3 said that if thou gatherest nothing in thy youth, how can thou find anything in thy age?
Yeah, if thou hast gathered nothing in thy youth, how can thou gather anything in thy age? How can thou what?
Gather anything in thy age.
Yeah. You understand? So a lot of these women out here, when they go to church, yes, Lord, thank you, Jesus, and they high heel and they jumping up and shaking the bam bam, whatever the case is, pray they get the Holy Spirit. They don't go through these precepts. They don't meditate on it. You understand? But a young woman who come inside of this truth, you actually have that. This is when you're being born again. This is when you actually come to life in the eyesight of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the God of heaven and earth. You understand? So you have a responsibility to even show these older women than you in age that you could get to a more mature, that you could act more mature than these women and them who in the 40s, 50s say they're going to church and they're holy. The way how you dress, the way you conduct yourself. You know? And that is the thing. Right, God?
Verse 4, it says that they may teach the young woman to be sober.
A younger woman, in the sense of a woman who are coming up, or a woman who are coming into the knowledge and the truth.
That is
right.
That is tradition. The other one you teach a tradition. Or the ancient is the way. You know how you're supposed to be as a woman. You know?
They'll teach the younger ones how to talk. And very shortest pants.
Hey, you see plenty of these women out there. You see it every day. The daughters who is 9, 11, and think that they walk with tights and skimpy clothes, short skirt, had a daughter just like ours.
My wife showed me one on Facebook just yesterday, I believe, or the day before yesterday, on Facebook. I think it's a 1-year-old campus are telling you doing a full 630 and shaking she got on.
And these really fuck these women and them teaching these young children them thing these days, boy.
Because to have the sabotage as a harlot. You know?
I watch a video in the group chat. A Trinidad guy in New York taking a woman. She take a video. She actually tried to lip pram. And like the child pulled down the phone. And she started with the child because she was talking. You in the middle of the pavement and you dropping down getting an eagle up. And beating the child because the child pull lip pram. I see that bullshit. You put that bullshit on social media, and then my child I beat you 2 days in the Sunday, boy.
That's why sometimes when I see these women coming and crying on TV, who could the man beat them? Because you women don't know us, like they'll be teaching their children.
If I can read this, Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and verse 14. 15, it says, the grace of a wife delighteth the husband, and her direction will fatten his bones. Discretion to whether will fatten his bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift of Yahweh.
Yeah, the word discreet means to be basically like quiet, unknown, you know, and silent.
What's that? Where? That's some country now. It says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of Yahweh, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Wow.
A lot of fathers, we have something to do. A lot of fathers have a big part to play with that too, because that men over here, what do you might know that down in the cases, because yourself is our boss. Yourself is our female in the inside. You understand? Because guess what? You yourself, you're supposed to know what you want for yourself as a man and teach your daughter how to please a man. You understand? If the mother ain't getting it, you make sure and sit down and teach your daughter. Hell, if you have to get a next someone to teach your daughter, do it. You understand? Because these hoes ain't loyal. You know? And you don't want your daughter to be a hoe. You should be ashamed if it is you hearing your daughter lose she virginity at 12, and then at 13, 14, she don't have sex with 5 men, and you're hearing she naming neighborhood just in a certain way. And then when a boy watching your daughter, you know, my daughter, but she done fucking wrong with this. You supposed to put things in place. You're supposed to look for a man for your daughter. You know? Go ahead.
John Titus 2 and 4.
A godly man. Go ahead.
Titus chapter 2 and verse 4. It says that they may teach a young woman to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husband.
Obedient to your own husband. A nice thing. Some, you know, long ago you watch certain movies, they'll show you that a woman get a job and go so she do this and do that and work extra hours, whatever the case is straight, obedient to your own husband. And then in the movies they'll demonize the man because, well, the woman being independent, she take whatever. No, the man have authority over his wife. If he have a problem with his wife working extra hours, that is his authority. Alright, he is the authority of the house. He's also considered his in a technical way, he's also considered as his wife father, because he's the teacher in the house. Alright? So in movies they look to demonize the man, whatever the cases and things, but in ancient days the husband, woman would have called the husband Baal. Right? Baal in Tabaru, Baal means Lord or boss. Your husband is your boss. Scripture said be obedient to you. own husbands. Not even your so long as a man pay he money or he looking after you whoever the case is, mother or father don't really have a say, your brother or your cousin don't even have a say, your sister don't even have a say. Your man is the head of the house, and I always say, if it is that you have a wicked man, better bottom dollar is because you wicked. But if it is that you use a woman trying to reveal his righteousness, the Most High is the head over the man, he will take that man out and he may hang with the other man. But the way how the Most High might do it, he might kill the man or just change the ways. Alright, 2 ways he can do it. Or if the Most High, if it pleases him that thou will stay with that wicked man, it's because you're not doing something right. You know? You have something? You have something now?
Yeah.
What?
This is Proverbs chapter 31, started at verse 25. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household.
I can remember a time woman was actually kind. Not these days. The scripture said even sea monsters draw the breast to the arm to suffering. You know? One suffering after. Right.
And eateth not the bread of idleness. The children.
She did what?
She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of
The scripture
idleness.
is everything.
Like Proverbs 127.
Right, I consider the virtuous to not right.
Her children arise up and call her blessed. The husband also.
It's at a point in time I could actually say my grandmother was like that. My grandmother would have got early, prepared breakfast while she cleaning out the house and the cases making bread. First person to tell she man to make sure she children, she grandchildren eat. While she doing that, she's still cleaning, preparing lunch, still cleaning, doing certain things, washing clothes whatever the cases. Around 5, 6, 7, yeah, dinner. She makes sure certain things in place and make sure she children go and sleep. But boy, something in the air changed that woman. I'm telling you. Must be where there is no hedge, the garden is thing broken down. Go ahead.
No.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have a quick piece of them.
Go ahead.
Alright, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. It says, But I would have you known that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of a Mashiach is Yahweh. Alright, so the woman is supposed to be the head of the house. You understand? And the man is supposed to be the head of the Most High. Alright? Is that order, you know? Thanks, you know? Is that order, you know? I saw the Most High do things in orders. Right?
You know, the world right now, they tell you 50-50, man equal.
Yeah. Like yes. Oh man, I want to be equal.
I know men showing themselves lesser than women.
Yeah.
The thing they fall out, you can baby, to own a baby and beg and thing and
because a woman she get a higher salary than a man. She pay the bills and all these things. So I go beyond so that's a man. Yeah.
Oh, come. This is Sirach 36, 24 and 25. It says, He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. Where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled, and he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning. Right? So just going back onto like you know, as brother commented, probably the data she has gone and the truth, he can like the hedging protection. You understand? And like since he won't know, you know, everything just go haywire with that woman. Like the scripture 1 point always. You know?
they say possession, meaning you own that. You own that woman.
Exactly. You know, and
She father him over, she no more.
exactly. And you know,
Yeah, a woman so like a woman supposed to be shamefaced. Yeah, when they go into the word shamefaced, they go back to a bashful. When we went back, so they go into sheepish. Right? You see something like that?
COVID-19.
And when they were sheepish. When they went back for that. So,
Right. Not to be all up in a man's face, in a man's face. Especially when your husband talking to the next man with button in and not in a man thing. Why did he see these things happen?
based on what sheep does do.
You might know who I'm talking about too. Well, she has no shame face, you know.
It's sheepish, and when they were sheepish, it's resembling a sheep. In some preserved characteristic, but yeah, it's the sense of
Picture sheep face days.
but you know what a sheep is?
Yeah.
It says the sense of bashful, over modest, awkward among strangers. This is how a woman's supposed to go. Woman's supposed to, well, yeah, your man right there, your man, your husband talking to somebody and you there, and like, yeah, you're supposed to be awkward around a stranger. You know, with your head, with it, yeah.
And a loud.
Yeah, this is how a woman's supposed to be sheepish, humble.
I gotta say something in the air because you actually them sheep now these days watching them full in the face to like them bad and I yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Some of them sheep now these days. Something in the air, something in the air.
We've been bashing women to say we come up to bash women. You know? Yeah, we show we own women love. You know, that they do the right thing. Do the right thing.
Yeah, in Sirach, in that 26. Tell you, how you please, by a woman pleasing she man, she pleasing the Lord.
Can.
Like how a woman gonna get judged.
Can.
So we just trying to correct all it, to do the right thing.
Can.
And first to tell is our honor in households. When it is mommy come or your wife come, well you know Jimmy just gave me real trouble today whatever the case is that you gonna Jimmy what tell him about getting him on that trouble thing. Bash your ass. You understand? So you come the same thing, you get him with trouble the most time and bash your ass. There's an order. You understand? Because if I is the man of the house and I over you, and when I not there you over the children and children give you trouble, you reports to me, I will deal with them.
26, sir.
You know?
26 and 26. Yeah.
It's just logic. Which woman you have?
So at 26 and 26, it says a woman that honor her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all.
That way it is pride. Pride will have them don't want to listen to the man. And when the man tell them do this, do that, want to ram, give back talk. It's pride.
But the feeling that the police to back them up. If you really jam to slap an ass, they're gonna rush. But they knowing that the police, so they go beyond that way.
And not only that, they don't sit in the thing twice. So you know that's actually okay.
Exactly, they provoke you sometimes. They just to get them in the wall or some kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband as unto the Lord.
That's something that's always said. A man gonna leave the woman astray.
Done.
See what the Lord gonna leave you astray. Lord gonna leave you astray. A man gonna tell you what a righteous, exactly for a righteous man gonna leave the woman astray. Right? These righteous men. Don't say that also righteous men. So we're gonna leave your woman astray. We're gonna leave any other woman who viewing this, you be doing this for the upliftment only.
Done.
You know, to fall into the right thing. You know, if it's a whole other case in life, you take back from me, because we were showing you how a woman is supposed to cry about herself. If you didn't know it, now you know.
Done.
It's repent.
Done. You know what I mean?
It's a lot because this woman who washed her house, she foot with the perfume. Yeah, she was at home and she repent. And look what she act she did concerning the Lord. She prepare for the burial. Understand?
Before that sin. Just finish it.
Continuing, for the husband is the head of the wife, even as Hamashiach is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject to Hamashiach, so let the wives be to their own husband in everything. In everything.
Again, we hear it again. Be obedient to your husband. How hard it is to do that? And you're not living in so much peace and love. Instead of bickering one another and trying to be above your husband. Right? You know, we bashing women, but you know, we're trying to show our sisters love. To do the right thing and turn back to friend. Don't be subject to until the under your husband. Right? It's just the bad ones. If you see the bad ones, that the ones we on. Alright, we know it has sincere sisters that obey, listen to us, and try to do the right thing. Alright, and with that, we give our glory and our praises
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash.
That will honor us of the apostle of great Princeton and do well. Peace and blessing belong to the actor who fought on us every day, teaching and teaching us with sincerity and truth. I is Brother Rad, from GMS Cup, and I'll say Shalom. Till next time for the
Shalom.